The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome to Gate City Chronicles. I'm Kevin Avard, your host, and I have the pleasure to introduce Robert Santiago from Latinos on the Move, as well as Mercy Zaveri. Zaveri, sorry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, very interesting. You've been doing this for a while, and this is with Latinos on the Move.
Yes.
You had your own TV show in Manchester at one point.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about Latinos on the Move.
Well, Latinos on the Move originally started in 2008 when I worked for the Chamber of Commerce in Manchester. I realized that they were going after Fidelity and Morgan Stanley, but the small mom and pop Hispanic businesses that want to be part of could not be part of. One, of course, the rates that they were charging were crazy, and number two, you know, sometimes they couldn't make the meetings because they had their children with them, and so there was a gap there. And I saw the gap, and I said, well, let me start this organization that we can bridge that gap by inviting them to bring the children with them, by making the membership fees very affordable. And if they could not afford it, make them friends of Latinos on the Move.
Right.
We're making part of the organization. So that's how it originally started.
So how big is the Latino?
We have a membership of over 300.
Well, how the population?
The Latinos here in New Manchester, I think we have about 20,000 in Manchester. I think they say the entire state is 100,000.
Wow.
In the state,
That's
in New Hampshire.
That's
a good number.
That's a lot of
And
business
growing.
right there.
And growing.
That's a lot of business that's
yes.
right here that can, if you want to help the businesses grow.
Sure.
Now, what seems to be one of the barriers for that? Is it just the communication?
Well, sometimes it's the communication. Sometimes it's where they're located. Sometimes it's that people don't know what products and services they have to offer. So by having this organization, we can have them bring their products and services. And if they're shy about speaking and meeting people, well, then we step in and we do it for them.
Okay.
So then that way we find the products and services, or we make the connection for them that their products and services can be seen and can be used. So that's what we do.
And Mercy, you're involved with the social networking part of this organization a little bit to some degree, correct?
Yeah, it was important for us to be able to reach people through the social media, which is everywhere.
Right.
And I told Robert, I said, if you can get me with Latinos on the Move on Facebook, I'm going to put it out there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And that's helpful, obviously.
Very helpful.
Social media is a very intricate part of our lives. One of the things that I'm really, I'm having fun with, whether it's on Twitter, there's this thing called Bing Translator. I love this thing.
Oh, gosh.
It's you want to translate it from English into Chinese or Korean or Latino or anything. I have a friend, he's in Germany right now, and so I just said, hey, how's the gummy bears? And of course, in Germany. And it was kind of funny, but he sent it back, but it automatically translates for you.
Right.
And I thought, wow, there's a lot of possibility here with this. Now I can, my Jewish friends or my Chinese friends, I can tweet them, and that's kind of cool. It just breaks down that barrier. What a neat idea, though, to be able to bring in other communities.
Sure. So we're the Bing of the community.
You're the Bing of the community.
We're the Bing of the community.
That's a nice little, remember, you came here.
Good.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You're the Bing.
Now, I said you've been doing this for a while. How do you get people to come to you? How do you advertise?
Old-fashioned networking.
Yeah.
Pounding the pavement, making phone calls, going to visit them, finding out what they need, not asking them what I want you to buy from me. It's finding out what they need, what they're looking for, and how can I make that connection for them.
And
that's the old-fashioned, Avon guy walking down the street.
hey, I'm
That's
Robert.
right.
Then
Robert Santiago. Here I am.
yeah.
What can I do for you?
What can you do for me? I mean, do you find skepticism at all? Or?
You do. Sometimes you do. You have those people that not really sure what you do, so they tend to sit back and observe and wait to hear what other people have to say.
Right.
But 90% of the people I've been doing this for so long, and I've been involved in other activities in the community, that my name is pretty good in the community. So 90% of the time, they come highly recommended. I come highly recommended to them, and they definitely want my services.
And then you reach out to sponsors or
I
people
reach
like
out to
churches,
everybody, yes.
and to say, well, this family needs to get married. This family needs some counseling.
Sure,
this family
absolutely.
may need an attorney or
Exactly.
Translation, interpreting.
Right.
right. And there is a big need for this. I would.
There's a huge need for it. And I mean, not only for our Latino community, every nationality that's here needs some type of education, some type of health service, some type of welfare, some type of guidance. And sometimes the hardest door for them to open is their own door, and they need somebody to open it for them.
Right.
And that's what we do.
Right. Do you find that people, because of the barrier, that people tend to huddle and just, just, okay, this is our little community, and, outsiders, we're going to look, suspiciously at you. Yeah. And really, that really shouldn't be, right? It should be, hey, I'm heading down this part of the neighborhood,
right,
and they got great sausages, or they've got,
Sure.
these neat products here.
Well, let me just put it to you this way. I think that huddling is the wrong word. It's behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, we could allow a certain nationality to get to a certain step, and then after that, we really have to scrutinize and see what they're doing, and who's the person that's moving the organizations or forward. I'm sure that at some point, politically, financially, educationally, or just in general in the community, that does happen.
Yep.
The thing is that you can't let those things stop you. You got to continue moving forward, and if the great thing about the city that we live in and in the community that we live in is that there's other opportunities, there's other doors. So if that one door is closed, we're just going to find the one that's opening. All we need is just a little crack.
Right, and we were talking a little bit off camera about the political parties, and you worked with the Democratic Party at some point.
At one time, yes.
Yeah, and I'm a conservative, and I think we both can agree that a lot of conservatives, a lot of Republicans, maybe even libertarians, have kind of just kind of at arm's length have gone up to the Latino population, and wait a minute, if you're here and you're Americans, welcome. Be part of it. Yeah. Reach out. Sure. We have to have some kind of communication. You're not going away.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
there has to be a bridge.
Right. Just exactly what you're talking about is, everybody voted for Obama the first time. All the Latinos have helped them get in, and now they've also helped them, and the women helped them get in to become president of the United States. Yet we're still debating whether there should be an immigration amnesty or not. And yet we helped, and we got him into office. So at some point, what I'm saying here is at some point, let's just deal with it.
Right.
Let's just not put all these barriers in the way of saying we can't do it because of this and we can't do it. Let's just take a real good serious look and see, okay, who qualifies, who doesn't qualify, what rules and regulations we want to put in place to be able to allow those people to do what they have to do, because you got 12 million people here that you can't throw out. You won't throw out.
Right. There's got to be a solution, and by just saying no, we don't want to talk to you.
Doesn't help.
It doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't help anybody.
And it only empowers it empowers one group, and that's not good for them, and it's not good for America.
Not good for your community. No. Because you're breaking up families, you're breaking up businesses, you're throwing away future generation that could become doctors and scientists and teachers.
Speaking of which, you have a teaching background.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I taught human biology and phys ed in Brooklyn, New York. I went to college in South Dakota.
I recognize the accent.
That's the New England accent.
Right.
No, I went to college in South Dakota in a small college called Yankton, and a very famous person came out of there. His name was Lyle Alzado, who died of steroids. He played football.
Okay.
He was one of the toughest football players in the NFL, but he came out of that small little college, and then my first teaching job was in a place called Niobrara, Nebraska, and I taught earth science at the Sioux Indian reservation called Santee, and I lived in the reservation for a year.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
I've gotten to see quite a bit of the United States.
Yeah, and Mercedes, you train horses.
I am a horse trainer and riding instructor.
Do we call you a horse whisperer?
Oh, no, I don't think I'm a whisperer. I'd say I'm perceptive, maybe.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've ridden since I was a little girl, and been at this farm in Amherst for 7.5 years.
Now, do you teach it as well?
Yes, I have a handful of dedicated students I teach every Saturday.
Right. So you have a website or anything like that?
Yeah, we do. It's Mac Hill Riders.
Mac Hill Riders.
Yep,
Okay.
Amherst,
Very
New
appropriate.
Hampshire.
I'm sure there's some farms around there.
Yeah. It's a beautiful country out there. There's lots of horses.
So, what is the mission statement, basically?
Just we're bridging the gap between the Hispanic community and the mainstream business community.
Right.
Well, that's basically our mission statement. We're here for you to help you in any way, shape, or form that we can get you economically moving forward, healthily moving forward, educationally moving forward, socially moving forward. Yeah, that's what we do.
Interesting. Very good. And obviously, this is Nashua. Are you reaching out into this community as well?
Yeah, we have memberships as far up as Grafton, New Hampshire, and as far down as Providence, Rhode Island.
Wow.
So we're expanded pretty good.
And what are you currently working on now?
Well, we just did our networking event at Boston Billiards, and it was a very successful event. Over 60 people showed up, and we had a great turnout, and it was fantastic. So now we have October the 26th, we're having a fundraiser, and it's a salsa dance where you learn how to dance salsa and merengue and bachata. And Mercy here will be teaching from 8 to 9.
Oh, you teach dance too?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, interesting.
The basic step. And it'll be at the Radisson here at Spitbrook Road. And from 8 to 1 o'clock in the morning, tickets are $15. And they can reach out to us and come, and they're going to have a great time.
Interesting. Great. And the date on that is?
October 26th.
October 26th.
It's a Saturday, yep, at
And
the
it's
Radisson.
a live band.
Oh, we have a live band?
Locally from Nashua.
Oh, who is it?
Oh, yeah, they're called Son Boricua.
Son Boricua.
Boricua, S-O-N, and Boricua means. Boricua is the original, or Borinquen is the original name of Puerto Rico. People don't know that. Yeah, Borinquen, and that was the Indian name that was given to the island of Puerto Rico. When the Spaniards came over, then they called it Puerto Rico, Rich Port, and that's how that became.
Now, you know a celebrity. His name is Josh Logan.
I do know Josh,
Yeah,
yes.
he's a very good singer.
Very good singer. I had him on my show, yes.
Interesting. Well, he's now made the big time. He's on The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him last night, and I guess he picked the girl. What's her name? The girl singer. Did you watch The Voice?
I don't.
Every once in a while I've seen it.
We're
Aguilera.
really busy.
Christina Aguilera. My wife is going to kill me.
Christina, yeah. Another Latina.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
So he chose her.
Yeah.
And I thought because he's kind of a bluesy type of singer. So.
Yes. Well, I love the song he sings a lot, and he sings it all the time, the one that says, "Sorry." That's the name of the song, I'm Sorry. And I love it. Well, I have to play it for you so you hear it. I love that song.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times, and very good singer. And I wish him all the best.
Yes.
So any final thoughts? Is there a website that people can...
Well, that's coming. You know, we're working on that right now. Again, I took a 2-year hiatus where I was just burnt out, and you know, raising a 10-year-old daughter, and that can be taxing. Thank you very much. So I took a break, but then I met a couple of people, and I said, "No, Robert, we got to get this going. We got to get this going." I met Mercy a couple of times. She said, "I'll be in your corner. I'll help you. Let's go." And so we started, and here we are. We're to be honest, we are moving really quick. Yeah.
Now you're going to have your own show too, I guess.
Yes, we're looking to have our own show here. Mercy will be hosting the show, and she'll be inviting interesting guests, and probably you'll be a guest on our show.
Ah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not too bright. I'm usually better at asking questions.
Oh.
We'll get you to
We'll
sing.
throw you to the wolves.
Yeah, we'll
We'll get you to sing,
There
that's
you
for
go.
sure.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, and how did people get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me at 603-341-0583. And they also could see me at Savers and at 224 Johnny Webster Highway.
Okay.
That's the thrift store. I work there at the donation center. And if they have any questions at any time, I'm there. I'm there to help them, whether it's donating or whether it's going to their home and translating or sending Mercy or somebody in our organization to help them.
Helping people is pretty fun, isn't it?
Well, at this stage of the game, that's probably the only thing we can do good.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you very much for coming on the
Not
show.
a problem. Thank you.
And Mercy, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Gate City Chronicles. I almost forgot my own show. And we hope that if you know people that need to, get some help and you need a bridge,
Get involved.
Get involved.
Yeah.
And also call, Robert and see how he can help bridge the gaps. So until next week, thanks for watching Gate City Chronicles. Thank you for watching Gate City Chronicles. And we want to thank our sponsor, Aardvark Dean of Clean, the carpet cleaner in Nashua. You can reach him at 603-630-1743. And if you would like some more information about Gate City Chronicles or want to be a guest, contact me at gatecitychronicles@gmail.com. Until next week, thanks for watching.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.